I'm David Goldsmith, and welcome to an edition of Crossing the Threshold, which is where we explore ideas that might need to be explored even further. So in this one particular edition, what I'd like to do is talk about something that's been, racking my brain. You've probably all heard the expression, think outside the box. And the expression is used by senior leadership, by management, by family members, by friends, to say to you, you need to think outside of this area that you're looking so that you can see more opportunities. Well, in the opportunity model or opportunity tool, we talk about crossing the threshold as one of those areas where you see something different. And I don't know, maybe it's 2-3 years. I can't tell you how I've been thinking about it, but I hate the expression. In a meeting, someone says, think outside the box. And then I realized that I don't think outside the box. People would say about me that I'm very innovative. I'm brought into meetings because of innovation. I think very quickly in certain areas, and I can draw them together. When developing patents that we have, did I think outside the box? People would often say yes. And then I realized I don't. I actually do the exact opposite. We don't think outside the box to come up with ideas. As great innovators, we do something that's counterintuitive. When we're trying to come up with ideas, we actually bring into the box. We change the model. If we're going to be innovative, what we do is we take our life's experiences and we reach out and grab something. We pull some pieces together, and then we move it. And we have a size of a box that we want to stay within. It needs to be in a technology space. It needs to be for some type of development. It needs to be in healthcare. It needs to be a certain price range. It needs to be for children. It needs to be for a market, for the Japanese, the Chinese, the Korean. It needs to be for South Africans. We have this space that we put it in, and then we massage it, and we go, no, and we bring something else in. And then we start to formulate this, and then we bring something else, and we're looking. And I realized what that means. Think outside the box actually is not the right term. And we all know this. I mean, intuitively you know this, but you don't have an expression for it. So I want to clarify something. When I'm thinking outside the box, I'm bringing in life's experiences that helps me to put something together. So when someone's saying think outside the box, what they're saying is look outside. But you only can look outside the scope of what you know. So if you pull something in from the outside, it's something you know. So the expression should be, in essence, not maybe the expression, but what if you went out and went on a holiday, a vacation someplace where you've never been before? What if you learned about a musical instrument? What if you watched some videos about sports and flips and designs and you're an athlete and you want to add that in? What if you learned about all of those things in advance? When you sat down, you wouldn't have to think outside the box, you bring it in. And I wouldn't say I'm the most innovative person in the world. It's just that I'm constantly trying to gather experiences, new knowledge, so that I can think quickly. I don't have to think outside, I'm bringing it in. So just recently I was in San Francisco, one of the places in the world which organizations, governments try to mimic constantly. And they try to mimic it because a lot of great ideation comes out of that environment. What you do are you get these random collisions of people and ideas. They run each other in a restaurant. They run into each other at an event. They have dinner together, and ideas start to germinate. They start to hit. Now think about it. Maybe the coming together of different ideas is the bringing it into the box. And those collisions create new ideas because people are able to bring their ideas in. I have never sat down, never in my life, and said, I gotta think outside the box. I've said, what do I know that can change the dynamic? So I was sitting with this guy, he's 83 years old, an unbelievably inventive, creative, intelligent person. And we talk about all sorts of things, and he goes over models and tools. And one of the things I love about him, and he loves is expressed it to me, is 13 of his good friends are Nobel Prize winners. 13 of his good friends. So the collisions happen all the time. He's an inventor, patent holder, business owner. Those collisions happen when they come together. from different places, from different sources, from different lifestyles. So what if we had to change the model for you? What if you never said think outside the box anymore, but what you said is, I want to expand my thinking, my knowledge, my learning? What if you went on vacations to places you've never been on, done things that were scary, such as jump out of a plane with a parachute, gone hot air ballooning? What if you learned a new sport? What if you learned how to play a musical instrument? What if? What if you brought all these experiences to your life and you ran into those situations where you could bring that knowledge together? Now, I'm not going to go into the new product pipeline, and I'm not going to go into empowering others and how valuable that will be. I'm not going to go into how forecasting would change with that type of data. What I'm talking about here is very simple. I've never heard a great innovator say, think outside the box. I actually think something different.
Me too.
You do? How do you think differently?
Because you just said different, so I said I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, we're not getting married, but we think differently?
We can get married,
Where-
but I'm not gay.
No, where are you from?
I'm from India.
From India? What do you do here?
Just hang out with my friend Yogesh.
And do you work at all?
I go part-time. 'Cause
Part-time?
I study in the school, that's why.
What are you studying?
I'm studying business and economics.
Well, we've been just talking about creating new ideas and how ideas actually don't come from thinking inside the box.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay she's laughing.
Yeah, it's okay,
See,
it's
we're
okay.
thinking outside the box. You jumped into the video, and I'm being innovative. I'm bringing you in from another country,
No,
talking
where
about.
you from?
I'm from Hong Kong and New York. I have a place in Hong Kong and New York.
I love New York.
You
I
love-
I want to go to America even. Even I'm going to.
One day you may.
I won't.
Well, thank you for stopping in. Now we got to finish the video.
No problem, bro. If you got anything to ask me. No
Okay,
problem.
you got the answers.
He's the born in Hong Kong. You can ask anything from him.
Good.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You never know where good friends and new ideas will come from. He actually came in the box. He came in the box, and I had the opportunity of stopping the video. And then I said, let's be innovative. You know, I've seen great interviews, great experiences happen when people just collide. And in that situation, we had a collision of ideas, a collision of thought. He came in with his little symbol, but what he was doing was he was adding texture. He was adding texture to something that could have been just me talking, but it added some dimensionality. So I'm actually having it happen a little nervous, like, wow, what am I going to do with this? But had some fun. So if you're going to build, grow, if you want to create opportunities, cross the threshold, do something different. You'll find experiences and opportunities all around you. Thanks.